All right, now to our Better Memphis interview here this afternoon. The Memphis Academy of Civic Engagement is a multi-week course sponsored by the City of Memphis designed to connect residents to their local municipal government.
And here to talk about MACE is the City of Memphis Director of the Office of Community Affairs, Reginald Boyce. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Very glad to have you. First, let's start with a breakdown on how this program works.
Absolutely. So MACE is a 7-week course which takes place, it's a hybrid style. Okay. So there are, I think, 3 sessions that are in person, 3 sessions that are not in person, and then the 7th session, which is the graduation, where we have fun, we eat cake, we hear stories, and we hear from dynamic speakers across the city.
Wonderful.
Well, that's great. So what could someone expect to learn in this course?
Absolutely. So you're going to learn a lot of things. The first thing you're going to learn week 1, which is Memphis 101, you're going to learn the Memphis story. How did Memphis become Memphis, right? So you hear about all these amazing streets like Crump Boulevard, Winchester, hear about certain parks. You'll know firsthand just how the Memphis story came to be. So when you start walking around and traveling places, you're like, okay, now I know why this exists. Now I know who did this hard work here. Also, what we're going to be talking about is budgeting, your dollars and cents. So we just finished with City of Memphis our budget season. Again, the mayor passed a flat budget, so there were no tax increases. But people always ask about where do our dollars go?
Right.
You know, what do the dollars support? And so the budgeting class will actually teach you what it is that City Council and the mayor, this administration, how they allocate the dollars. When do they ask for an increase? Why do they ask for an increase? So what is it for? And so when you just wake up one day, you say, oh, we're going to get an increase. You know exactly what those dollars are being used for. And so you're going to learn about budgeting. You're also going to learn about city employees, right? All divisions. Who's responsible for what? You see this garbage can here. You see this mattress here. Who's responsible for it? I see a dog in my neighborhood. Who's responsible for this? There's a leak. And so you're going to learn about all city services and the responsibilities. And then also you're going to find out how you can get involved. So how do we get you from the ballot box, right? To now being hands and feet for the community? How can we get you involved in civic engagement? I don't know if you guys remember, you guys are much younger than I am, but when I was in school.
I doubt it, but go ahead. We'll take it.
When I was in school, we had social studies. That's what we learned about civic engagement. There you go. We learned about civics. We learned about who was responsible for what. We learned about the power of local government.
Right.
And right now, a lot of people don't understand the power of local government. We will go and vote for the president of the United States or a senator, but we won't even show up to vote for a councilman or a commissioner because they don't know the power of local politics.
And that's where it all starts, really, the power. And it's really important that people get directly involved in community involvement. Explain why it's so important.
So it's important, number one, our voice has power. And when local changes take place, we feel it first. We feel it first. And so the national changes, of course, you'll feel it eventually, but your local changes, you feel them immediately. And so it's important that you know what's going on in your community, how your dollars are working. If you see something being built, if you see something that's abandoned, something needs to be changed, you have the power to say something. Hey, I don't like what's going on in my community. We have that power. I think we need more in our community. We have that power.
Right.
If you complain about potholes and whatever thing, you have the power to say something about it. And the more you know, the more we grow and the better we'll do.
Right.
Well, you know, when we talk about civic engagement, you know, just looking at the space of my career since 1978, I joined the station. In 1991, I had the honor of covering the mayor's race where Dr. Willie W. Harrington defeated Dick Hackett, the incumbent mayor, 250,000 votes cast, and Dr. Harrington won by 42 votes, I think the number was.
Slim margin.
This was October 1991.
I remember that night.
And so 250,000 votes cast there. Mayor Young won his election with 25,000 votes. And so there were obviously other candidates and more votes cast, but that gives you a snapshot of how we have lost civic engagement and getting people to the polling booth is a challenge, as you said a minute ago a second ago there. So how do we get people more engaged?
Sure. First of all, one of the heartbreaking comments I always hear when I'm in the community is, why should I vote? My vote does not matter. Let me tell you something. When you don't vote, that is a vote. You're casting a vote one way or the other, right? But again, we have to empower people and show them that, hey, your voice matters. And when you show up in the polls, those numbers really mean something, right? So people really decide if they're going to run a race based off the numbers. Like, oh, the last election was this here. Well, I don't really mean any well, so I'm going to jump in this race. X amount of people are not going to run anyway. But no, you can defeat that. We need to mobilize, galvanize a group of individuals who are not just only speaking out loud on social media,
right,
but actually speaking out loud during voting, and then being present at commission meetings, being present at council meetings.
Taking action.
Taking action. And that's what we need right now in our community the most, is taking action. And our mayor is committed. That's why he's presenting this whole, this academy. He's committed to make sure that everyone knows how local government works.
Okay, and we're about out of time, but I have to, if people who are out there watching, if they want to participate, how should they go about doing that?
Absolutely. Go to memphis10.gov. And when you go to our website, just type in MACE, M-A-C-E. You type in MACE, you'll see a link right there. You can apply. Registration will close on August 12th. Now, we only have 35 slots. All right, 35 slots. 30 for non-employees, 5 for employees, and we already have 40 people, probably over 40 now, that have applied. So go ahead and apply.
Yeah.
And we offer this twice a fiscal year, so once in the fall and once in the spring.
So if you miss it this time, you might get in.
Well, you will definitely get in next time, because we always, the waiting list, first come, first serve on the waiting list.
Very good. All right, Reginald Boyce with Mace, thank you so much for joining us.
Having me.
We're thrilled to have you here, and we hope you get a big turnout.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Time now to check in with, well, in just a moment, we're going to be coming right back. So stay tuned.